Hi, in this video, we're going to learn all about simplifying rational expressions. So let's say that you are given a rational expression that looks like p of x over q of x, where p of x and q of x are both functions in terms of x. Well, the first thing you're going to do is completely factor the numerator. Then you're going to completely factor the denominator. And after that, you're going to cancel any common factors. So let's start with this example, x squared minus 4 over x squared plus 7x plus 10. We need to start by factoring the numerator, x squared minus 4. Now, we happen to recognize this is a difference of squares. A squared minus b squared factors out to be a plus b times a minus b. Now, in this case, my a is x and my b is 2 because it's x squared minus 4, which is 2 squared. So I can rewrite this as x plus 2, x minus 2. So that's factoring the numerator. The next thing I need to do is factor the denominator, which is x squared plus 7x plus 10. In order to do that, I need to find two numbers that multiply to 10 and add to 7. Well, the two numbers I can think of that do that are 2 and 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 plus 5 is 7. So now I can rewrite this as x plus 2 times x plus 5. Now that I have done all the factoring, I'm going to cancel out the common factor, which in this case is x plus 2. Once I do that, I'm left with x minus 2 over x plus 5 as my final answer. Now, let's try this with a second problem. What if I gave you 3x minus 15 over x cubed minus 5x squared plus x minus 5? Don't freak out. It's totally the exact same thing as what we just did. Now, let's start by factoring the numerator, 3x minus 15. In this case, we have a greatest common factor of 3, which means I'm going to pull out a 3 from both of my terms, and that's going to give me 3 times x minus 5. Now, I'm going to also need to factor my denominator, and in this case, I'm going to factor by grouping. So I'm going to group the first two terms and the last two terms together. Now, when I look at x cubed minus 5x squared, I see it has a greatest common factor of x squared. So that's what I'm going to pull out of that pair. And that gives me x squared times x minus 5. Now, when I look at the last pair, x minus 5, they don't seem to share a greatest common factor. So I'm just going to pull out a 1. So I have plus 1 times x minus 5. Now, I just need to pull x minus 5 out of the two new terms. And that's going to leave me with x squared plus 1. That doesn't simplify anymore. X squared plus 1 doesn't factor. So I'm going to go ahead and just replace my denominator with that factored format. Now I can see there's an x minus 5 in both the numerator and denominator. So that's what I'm going to cancel out. And that will give me a final answer of 3 over x squared plus 1. And that is how you simplify rational expressions.